she really can't handle reality. Michelle Obama's decision to skip Trump's inauguration did not go unnoticed and had everyone talking. As former first ladies traditionally attend these events, her absence stood out, sparking questions and plenty of speculation. Was it a silent protest or a personal choice? Maybe something else entirely? Whatever the reason, it became one of the many talked about topics surrounding the inauguration. So today, we're going to cover some of the reactions to Michelle's decision, and you'll definitely love Megyn Kelly's take. As always, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this.
So is this your first inauguration?
No, I was actually listening to your show a little bit before I got in the truck here, and I heard, Michelle Obama's not attending. I would kindly remind her that years back, when Obama was first elected, I did not vote for him, but they asked me to play the inauguration, and I played it, and I went. Had a good time. I went for out of respect to the presidency, so I would kindly remind Miss Michelle about that.
I forgot about that, and that's cool, because it's really not about the politics, it's about the office, and you got to respect it. Why isn't Michelle attending? All the other first ladies are.
I don't know. She seems a little angry. She might be, I don't know. If you can't say something nice.
Not only did Michelle skip the inauguration, but she also skipped the late President Carter's state funeral, with CNN reporting that she, quote, had a scheduling conflict and remained in Hawaii, where she had been on an extended vacation. But there was no excuse provided for her absence from Trump's swearing-in ceremony. But there are a couple of things to consider here. In 2023, Michelle revealed in one of her podcast episodes that she had difficulty sitting through Trump's 2017 inauguration, saying, quote, there were tears, there was that emotion, but then to sit on that stage and watch the opposite of what we represented on display, there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. There was no reflection of the broader sense of America. On top of that, she's been helping Democrat nominees by campaigning against Trump for 3 election cycles now, so she might have difficulty accepting the reality of him winning again. Scott Jennings also gave his 2 cents on the issue on CNN, and needless to say, he didn't hold back.
I don't really care whether she's there all that much. I mean, she can make her travel decisions. I do think this is part of a pattern of these little petty snubs. This is one. Kamala Harris won't invite J.D. Vance's wife and kids over to the Naval Observatory, where she's moving children into. They'd never been in it before. A clear sort of petty snub. Then when she tweeted out the picture of the Carter funeral, she clearly cropped out Trump out of the picture. I think
she didn't crop it. That was a picture that the Carter family released.
Well,
he was behind a pillar, but yes, he was not in the photo.
Look, you can blame it on Trump and say, well, he treated Biden terribly. And I agree. I think Biden should have gone to the inaugural, or Trump should have gone to Biden's inaugural as well. I don't care whether she comes or not, but I do think some of this pettiness is beneath.
Can I just, on the Kamala Harris of it all?
Exactly. It's pretty wild when you think about it. This is the same woman that endlessly repeated, when they go low, we go high. You'd think that would mean showing up and being a part of those high-level events and setting an example of grace. But no, rules for thee and not for me. We have an update, and the new slogan is, when they go low, we do all sorts of things just to stay relevant. Just goes to show how empty all of their words are. And then there's the whataboutism. Saying that Trump didn't attend Biden's inauguration does not excuse anything, it's just a deflection. That was wrong too. As the old saying goes, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Megyn Kelly also chimed in on Michelle's move, and she took things to a completely different level.
Forgive me, but you and I may be 2 of the only people with access to a camera or a microphone who are not exactly bedazzled by Michelle Obama. I don't care that she's not going to the inauguration. I don't care whether she is or isn't in the same house as her husband. I don't care what she says in advocacy of a candidate one way or the other. I've never got the Michelle Obama thing. Does anyone care that she's not going to be there when all eyes are on Trump and his wife?
I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little beyond not caring. I'm like, good. Don't come.
Stay away.
Seriously, you're out there, endorsing that he's a misogynist type, because stay home. No one wants to see you. You're right. Yeah. You shouldn't come. I'm glad you skipped the Carter funeral so you wouldn't have to sit next to him. Maybe. We don't know why. I don't mind not seeing you at the inauguration. She not only does she hate Trump, she doesn't think much of America. So she can sit this one out. No one's going to miss her. She's already getting plaudits from people like Joy Reid, which tells you exactly what you need to know about how to feel about this issue.
We do know what she thinks of America, and she's probably ashamed of being one right now. And you see, just a month after Barack became president in 2008, Michelle famously said, "For the first time in my adult lifetime, I'm really proud of my country, and not just because Barack has done well, but because I think people are hungry for change." By the way, I've noticed you haven't liked the video or subscribed to the channel yet, so what are you waiting for? Now, I think it's clear by now that Michelle feels proud of her country if and only if her political side is winning, not the great thing it achieved or the principles that it was founded on.
And listen, the Obamas are yesterday's news. No one cares about them anymore. They did everything in their power to defeat Trump both times, and they lost, right? In 16 when they really put it on the line, and then again this time around. No one listened to them. They're as irrelevant as J-Lo now in their political opinions about who should be president. They can't sway anybody who's swayable, right? They can motivate some Democrats, obviously not enough. So their time has passed in the way that, like, you know, it's sad that Jimmy Carter died. He had a great long life, but nobody was asking themselves, what did Jimmy Carter think about this political issue by the end? And Obama's already turfed off into that category.
That is spot on. There is no denying that in the past elections, a lot of people voted not only against Biden, but against Obama as well. We've previously talked about the Biden presidency being a third Obama term, so it's clear that people are fed up with their divisive and failed policy. The Obama years left a bitter taste for some voters, especially those who felt left behind by the focus on issues that didn't really resonate with their daily lives. This doesn't mean we won't hear from the couple again, as they're notorious for monetizing their wide reach, making a ton of money because of it. But I want to go back to Kid Rock's interview because the issue of people changing sides was brought up, and he did make some valid points.
You were like a first-generation Trump supporter. I remember back in the day you were all in early. What do you think now about all these people coming in late, you know, at the inauguration, these CEOs, these musicians? How do you feel about that?
I mean, welcome to the party. It's kind of funny watching everybody jump on the Bozak, as we call it. I mean, it's better late than never. I mean, I feel like people are finding out, you know, really what type of man, you know, that Trump is, and he's a terrific guy, you know, and they know what and you know, plenty of people have known for 8 years. I mean, I endorsed him when he came down the elevator because I love the fact that he was not a politician. He was a businessman, and the business of America has sucked for so long. Like, we need someone in here making sensible decisions.
He got one thing wrong. It's not just any business, but a successful one. We already know the issues that swayed people to vote red, and as Trump is currently calling it, this is the revolution of common sense. But I'd love to know your thoughts here, so let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below. And if you want your friends to stay in the loop, please share the video with them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.